All right, good afternoon, and welcome to today's edition of your social media program on television, The Buzz. It's a very, very memorable day for me, the 17th of October, 2018. Actually, 17th of October every year is a memorable day for me. That's because this time, 11 years ago, I was in the labor room. Oh. All right, today's my daughter's birthday, my second daughter. She's 11 today. And since morning, my head has been in the clouds, as if it's my birthday. I don't know why, but it's a wonderful day. Congratulations and happy, happy birthday to my lovely daughter, Juanita Nkiruka. What is that Edo name again? Okafo. It's a very longish name. So we just call her Beyonce, you know. So we just shorten it. Congratulations, happy birthday to you. Even though she's in school, she told me to wish her a happy birthday on air, and I think I have done that. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Yeah, I had to get that out of the way. Welcome to the program. As usual, we'll come here, we'll talk national issues, politics, and anything else that's trending on social media, and today will be no different. I'm excited to have my panelists with me on the program this afternoon. Akogun Ganikayo Balogun is back. Welcome, sir, from the travel.
Thank you.
It's good to always have you on the show.
Yeah.
Akago is a renowned journalist. He has worked across board in top positions, and today he runs an online news platform. Welcome again, sir, and thanks for joining us. Also, I have Chuks Nwanne, who has been away for a while too. Welcome back, Chuks.
Thank you very much.
Chuks is a journalist, a renowned one with the Guardian newspapers. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Also, I have a communications expert. I always like to look at him like he's a senior colleague in the industry. So when you talk about communications, he's an expert. And he's also a social commentator. Mr. Felix Obanya, good afternoon, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us on the program. All right, welcome to the show. If you're watching and you'd like to contribute, the number to use is 0802-836-8971. And let's go straight into our program today. We're starting with the swearing in of Kayode Fayemi as Ekiti State Governor yesterday. Immediate past Minister of Mineral Resources Kayode Fayemi was yesterday inaugurated as the new governor of Ekiti State. Fayemi won the state governorship election, which held in July, and I'm sure we all still remember all that went down at that elections. But, well, the people of Ekiti State seems to be looking forward. Well, in his inaugural speech, Fayemi said, and I quote, "Without a doubt, Ekiti has been through a horrible wilderness experience in the past 4 years. Our reputation as a people has been solid, and we have become the butt of jokes due to the crass ineptitude, loquacious ignorance, and ravenous corruption masquerading as governance in our state during this past administration." End of quote. All right, I have a clip of him actually speaking all this grammar. All right, let's take the clip quickly, and then we'll come back and we'll look at Ekiti State and the new governor in perspective. We'll be right back.
The land is free. Ekiti, the words of the poem I just read was written by my beloved wife, Erelu Olabisi Fayemi, and it captures the essence of the hope we all shared as we patiently waited for this day. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. For today we reclaim our land from the hands of those that have held us captive. I am truly grateful to the people of Ekiti for being the instruments through which this divine mandate has been given. And it is my solemn promise to do right by my people and honor that oath as God helps me. Never again. As much as today marks the beginning of a new phase in our history as a people, it also signals the end of an era, or more appropriately, the end of an era. Without a doubt, Ekiti has been through a horrible wilderness experience in the past 4 years. Our reputation as a people has been solid, and we have become the butt of jokes due to the crass ineptitude, loquacious ignorance, and ravenous corruption masquerading as governance in our state during the past administration. As we assume office, it is our duty, and we will live up to it, to ensure we thoroughly review, document, and widely disseminate the present state of affairs so that all and sundry can know what has become of our Commonwealth. Independently verifiable preliminary findings indicate that we have been plunged into a debt abyss of over 170 billion naira, with commitments to innumerable white elephant projects, an average of 8 months' salaries owed across government entities, and many state assets unaccounted for. We will ensure that within 100 days from today, Ekiti will know the true position of things in keeping with our ethos of transparency and accountability in governance.
Welcome back to the program. 0802-836-8971 is the number to use for SMS only. All right, gentlemen, the speech is quite a longish one, but for time we cannot take everything. But I'm sure we've all, we've heard it and we've read it and all of that. But then social media users, were quick to break down the speech by themselves and come to the conclusion that there was a lot of mudslinging, in this speech, targeted towards, the outgoing governor, Fayose, and all of that. Is this a right way to begin a new administration in the first place? Let's start with you, Akobo.
Well, in the first place, it's not a new administration.
Well,
the man had been governor before. And he was roundly defeated. And then he came back and he won, and he's now back. So that will put it in context, the level of bile and bitterness that the man is showing. Of course, he's been in denial for the last 4 years, and the way he spoke reflects that reality. But the reality that we know as observers is that Fayose won the 2014 elections, and he won it across the board, 16-0. And it was basically people's verdicts on the way Fayose was running the state as of that point in time. Obviously, the man has not learned any lesson. And he has gone back to the way, always talking above the rest of the people. And that would be a tragedy, because every power available, every power conceivable in this country was used by the APC administration to ensure that Fayose came back to office. It's basically somebody looking for redemption. And I don't think he has started very well with all these things he's talking about. I thought what he would say is that era is over. We are one people, the most homogeneous state in Nigeria. And we move forward. I will do this, we'll do this. I'll do this for education. I'll do this for health. I'll do this for road. And then you move on. By going back to the past and just blowing grammar shows that I think the next 2 years is going to be interesting. Okay. In the way he's going to run it.
All right. Even though in his speech he did mention that he's not on a revenge mission, Chooks, is that believable to you?
Well, let me first of all start by saying congratulations to Fayose.
Okay.
And I am only, before I get to your question, I am only worried how he's going to run the state. Because I told people whoever wins Ekiti State election, this last one, is going to find it difficult to run a government. And then also consider the fact that it has only just 4 years. There's no chance for second term. This is the second term. So I don't know how he's going to deal with the issues on ground. And And then for him to start on this note, and you know, when you listen to him, you understand what you see, a man who is obviously bittered by the past, and then he's just throwing those things out. But I think my advice would be that he should sit up and then get down to work. There are so many things to do. The outgoing or outgone governor actually employed some people some weeks, some months before he left. Even after his party had lost the election, there were employments up and down.
Yeah, he made sure he left enough work
salary,
for him to, yeah.
and all those ones. So I don't know. He has a lot to do. I think he should conserve his energy and begin to think of
oh my goodness,
how to deal with some of these issues. You know, that's it for me. And then to also say that somehow he got the opportunity to prove a point. What he has been accusing Fayose of, this is a time to prove a point that, yes, Fayose has not done well, this is the way to go. And until he proves that point, Ekiti people might turn around tomorrow and say, we miss Fayose, and that will be the worst thing that will happen to this government. If Ekiti people comes back to say, oh, we miss this guy,
okay,
and that if they decide to go back to Egypt, so be it.
All right, Mr. Obaya.
I think a few things should be taken clearly. One, Fayose was talking to the so-called elites, of whom he was accused of servicing his first time. That's a tragedy. Two, in his speech, he said, it's like assuming that the Ekiti people made a mistake. You don't tell the people who the electorate at the end. They decide whether they can decide to take the most foolish person. It doesn't make any difference.
It's goats.
Man, you lost out. Accept that the people chose the person they wanted. Period. It doesn't matter whether the person is educated or not. That's their choice.
Okay.
Two, three. I heard him saying that he was going to check out a lot of what has happened in the past. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. We must be honest with ourselves. The last administration, not for the Ekiti State, not ever mind with Southwest, accused him of a few things. He refused to show up. Now he's asking questions and he wants the last administration also to respond. That is hypocrisy. I'm not saying that you shouldn't look into the books, but if I were in Ekiti people, we should also look into the book from 2010, not just from when he lost. If he truly wants to redeem Ekiti people, not himself. I think I agree with what Akuku said earlier on. The man, this is a chance for him to redeem himself. Get to the work. Get working. It's not just blowing this grammar and we please your friends in Lagos and elsewhere. The Ekiti man is looking for food on his table. How he's going to get it?
It doesn't matter.
You see, if you look at what happened in the past, they accused the guy there, what's his name?
Fayose.
Of stomach infrastructure.
Yeah.
The reality, the man was addressing the things that matter most to the ordinary man. Patient, at least don't vote. They criticize.
All right, talking about redeeming rather himself, how easy is this going to be? First of all, Fayose's stomach infrastructure, as laughable as it is to a lot of people, it was quite popular, you know, and looks like it was accepted by the Ekiti people. Second of all, a lot of things have not been going well with Ekiti as a state. First of all, it has a debt service of about 170 billion naira, and about 8 months of salaries unpaid, according to Fayemi, commitment to innumerable white elephant project and a lot of other things he has to deal with. How easy do you think it will be really for this particular governor to redeem himself?
Well,
It is in a mess, as it were.
That's the advantage he has, because he has been there before. So he doesn't have to go through the learning curve that most new governors
would have to
go through.
Yeah.
So when we say somebody should hit the ground running, this is the perfect example of a man that should do that. My fear is this. The man is going to spend the next few months lifting rocks. Forget the metaphor. Lifting rocks to look for worms that are there. Meanwhile, there's enough laws in our books, enough auditing laws to take care of. When people use probe, it's funny to me, because the laws are there to ensure that every government expenditure is audited. And all you have to do is call for the books. Announcing that you probe somebody shows a shallowness that is beyond the pale. And that to me is the fear. What he should do like any new governor in Nigeria today, is cut costs. If I were to be Fayose today, the civil service is overbloated. The state is in a state of rot. You must pick one tangent message that you are going to run with. This is your last chance. You are not going to come back again. They are not going to give you another mandate. So it's just one thing
that you are able to
that is fundamental, that is solid. That will be your legacy. Because the way he's talking, he's going to try to touch everything. It's not going to be possible. It's only 48 months. It's only 48 months that makes a term. And if he doesn't do it rightly, of course, you know what the verdict of the people will be.
How about you, Chooks? How easy would it be for him to really manage the affairs of Ekiti this time around?
Without sounding overconfident, I think the coming of Fayose is a good omen for the Ekiti people. I will explain.
Okay.
The fact that Fayose is a member of the ruling party for now till 2019 gives you that kind of hope that there are things can be done if you really negotiate your way with the government at the center. Because it looked like all through the period of Fayose, by the time Buhari came in, and federal government kind of looked away from Ekiti somehow. If you check it, there was not much being done. So it's now for him to use his contact to find a way to help the state out. If it's about borrowing, if it's about federal government coming in to help in infrastructure, because that is one area I don't think they've done enough. Infrastructure in Ekiti is really nowhere. And then this is a state that we know, we say a lot of learned people. And then you are trying to see how far they've done in the area of education, and I'm still struggling to. So he has the opportunity to do that. And I hope, I don't have problem with somebody probing anybody, but when you abandon governance and begin to chase probe, there's a problem. You have a very limited time. His time is not going to be that too long. And again, a lot is being expected of him because you've been there before. Nobody will say, oh, he's trying to, no, from day one, people expect you to get the work. In fact, get things done as quick as possible. So that's the only place I think he is going to have advantage.
I hope he's not using this as an alibi, perhaps for not being able to perform as excuses, as
okay.
well.
Okay.
Because it's too early in the day to get through all this kind of thing. But let's not forget that he has 2 hurdles to cross, which might not allow him to go on full throttle.
Okay, which are?
One, I'm not sure they have settled the issue of Oni, of whether he resigned appropriately or at the right time. And he still has the prof in the tribunal, which these are real cogent issues, whether we like it or not. Until he clears both, it's not likely for anyone to say, hey, it's okay. But I think what he needs to do is actually to look. Ekiti, I'm sorry to use the word, it's a civil. It's like anybody being a governor of Osun State. You just have to be crawling. The debt overhang is so much, and their internal generated revenue is pretty low, embarrassingly low, vis-a-vis the bill.
But there's no way you
so I don't know how, like Akokun just said earlier on, which is true. This man cannot afford to offload something. 2019 is coming. The risk element is too much. There will be a backlash instantly.
I get that.
So he will just have to slow down.
Yeah.
And it will.
Okay. Well, he's promised the Ekiti people that 100 days from yesterday, they're going to see changes.
And today is 99 days.
Yeah, 99 days from today, anyways. And he has promised transparency and accountability in his government. Anyways, let's see how they're reacting here. This one coming in from Lagos says, he just spoke like an inexperienced, emotional, and unintelligent politician. It's laughable. Wow. All this for one person. Anyways, there are 4 pillars of his administration which he has pegged at 1, social investments, knowledge economy, infrastructure, industrial development, and agriculture and rural development. I guess in the next 99 days, we just have to wait and see how far Ekiti, will fare under the leadership of Fayemi. Moving on, Fayose submits himself to EFCC. The immediate past governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, made good his words to turn himself into the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, as he reported to the anti-graft agency in Abuja 24 hours after leaving office. Mr. Fayose wore a blue t-shirt with a bold white inscription, EFCC, I'm here. And of course a face cap to match. And he carried 2 bags, 2 big bags containing his sleeping materials and other personal items, just in case EFCC decides, to keep him there, beyond one day. Anyways, he spoke with reporters yesterday before he went in to the EFCC office, and we have a footage of that. Let's see that quickly. We'll come back.
Of my street, which I feel personally is unnecessary, is unwarranted. When the man says he's coming, Nigerians give him the benefit of the doubt. I have left Ekiti, and the best I could give, I've given. Therefore, every question, whatever they need to ask today, I would be able to respond appropriately.
We are all here to stand in complete solidarity with our friend and brother. And as you can see, as His Excellency said, he is going in hale and hearty and strong. We trust God and we believe that he will come out the same way, and that the authorities will take note of the fact that the international community and the whole world is watching what is going to happen here and what they're going to do to him.
Just a moment.
Nothing must happen to
Just
him.
a moment. I want to add to what Chief Kayode has said. This is a country governed by rule of law, by law, not by rule of the thumb. We are not in the Hobbesian state of nature, where life was short, nasty, and brutish, where gangsterism reigns supreme. Thomas Jefferson, ex-American president, once said, "You know a good government when the government fears the people, but when the people fear their government, then there is tyranny." Nigeria is in tyranny today, and there is a need for us to remove this tyranny from us. Fayose is here. He has reported to EFCC.
Let me close by saying, nobody should be afraid of the EFCC.
No way.
Especially when you have nothing to hide.
Absolutely.
I remain courageous for Nigeria, and I will stand in the space for Nigeria, because this country belongs to all of us. Yes, and we must take our country back.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, boss.
He's a regular customer of the house.
He won't come in. I brought him in.
He must go. He must go in. He must go inside. He should go in. He must go inside.
All right, of course, we couldn't show you the full clip. There was a little drama, right after that clip you saw between security operatives at the EFCC and the ex-governor supporters, because they didn't allow a lot of the people that came with him to go in. But later, I think they allowed the former aviation minister, Femi Kayode, and 2 of his legal team, to go in with him. Anyways, let's talk about Fayose submitting himself to the EFCC as he promised. Let's start from that angle. First of all, let's start from that end of the table, Mr. Banya.
I think if there's anyone who knows about PR in EFCC, they need to re-examine that. Every of their plan or effort to take in Fayose after leaving office should never have been in the public domain. Now, whether you like it or not, this is superior point over EFCC. He wrote to them that he was going to be there after his tenure. And exactly, I think about 12:59, he was in the office. So which excuse are you going to give them? So they have allowed him, so to speak, to have an edge over them. So if their case is not tight, and this man walks away freely, the credibility rating of EFCC is going to fall down so rapidly that people begin to wonder that if it's not an arm of the ruling organization. That's just the reality. I think they messed up this. They should have kept a low profile around him and then ensure that immediately he leaves,
then you start.
Period. This is just, it's too much noise. You don't allow a security outfit to be exhibiting so much ignorance.
And incompetence.
And that's the reality. What are we turning our nation to, for God's sake? In those days when we were growing up, we used to hear about CID. You don't get to know them. They don't make noise. They do their job. That's the reality. Today is what? Today is a day after the man has come. Where is the charge in court? If they had their case, they should have immediately they took him in yesterday. This morning he will be in court. These are the reality. So we need to tidy ourselves if we are really working for the good of the nation, if not for the good of something else. We allow people who may have some burdens upon them to walk away free because of the untidy nature of the way some of these organizations are working.
All right, Chooks.
No matter what we talk about, it's quite unfortunate that this is what we see in Nigeria, where former leaders, former governors, former ministers, former this, former that, respected lawyers will come on national TV and be exhibiting some clownish attitude. It's really unfortunate. But what do you expect? Two of those people I saw in that clip were former inmates of EFCC. So it's understandable why they had to throw their weight behind Fayose. But that's even by the way. The point I want to make is that also EFCC need to go back and do their work better. You don't play into the hands of someone you obviously know is a drama king. Yesterday when I heard he's been taken into EFCC custody, I said no. As EFCC chairman, I will welcome him. Maybe spend 1-2 hours with him and ask him to go. If we need to rearrest, then we will rearrest. Don't play into his hands. With all his luggage, 30 minutes, okay, Mr. Go and report on so date. That would have messed up this whole thing. But exactly what they expected you to do is what you are doing. Even if you want to lock up this former governor, you are welcome, sir. Okay, preliminaries. Okay, this is what we need from you. This is what we need from you. Okay, you answer this question. Okay, now
you are free to go.
You can go. Then we'll tell you when you report again. But the idea of painting EFCC and the government to be tyrannic is exactly the same thing you are playing into. So where's the intelligence?
Okay, can we talk about this show of solidarity? First of all, where one person is invited by an anti-graft agency, and then you have like a convoy of supporters going. Is that even acceptable in the first place?
Yes, outside the court, outside the office. Yeah, perhaps supporters or cheerleaders come and see you off to prison, as it were. So there's no law against that.
Okay.
But once you get inside, it's only you and your lawyers, and that's more important. But like John said, there are two things that are playing out here. As far as PR is concerned, your Fayose is a digital governor. EFCC is analog. And he always win the battle of the minds because he knows exactly what they will do. EFCC are very simple people. They're very simple people that know exactly the way they're going to work. They'll
never surprise you.
They've not thrown away that SSS toga that they have. Arrest you, keep you away, accuse you first, then look for evidence. That's the mentality that they have. First, make noise that you are a corrupt person, pick you up, then start looking for evidence to jail you, which ultimately nothing will get done. It's also a reflection of the part of the country that they are from. Because if they've asked people of knowledge in PR, they will have known this is the wrong game to play. But having said that, it does not exonerate Fayose from this childish behavior. We thought by now, having a governor for 2 terms, he will outgrow these charlatans. But then I remember that he also has a brother in the Senate. And it's going to be very difficult to get that out of their way. EFCC will not win this case. Not because they don't have enough, but they will have lost it in the court of public opinion. And even if they win by jailing Fayose, they will have lost.
Okay. All right. Can we look at some of the reactions we're getting on social media? First of all, the allegations, they're bordering on corruption and abuse of office. And some people in some quarters are saying the directive given to EFCC and other security agencies, to detain Fayose might be connected, to his persistent criticism of this government and the APC. How do we react to it? First, let's look at the allegation first of all, and also what social media is saying.
I think the allegations from the little I read about, I think one of them says 1.6 billion that she got from
Dasuki.
From Dasuki.
That's the major thing in that case.
Well, the law that we practice in Nigeria is that of evidence. And overwhelming, when it comes to criminal issues, you must prove beyond reasonable doubt. Once there's element of doubt along the line, it falls flat.
Neither here nor there.
Now, I'm not an attorney for Mr. Fayose. But except you have a nexus that links him directly with Dasuki, that means Dasuki has to come into the picture.
Okay.
To say, I gave XYZ, XYZ. If along the line the man says no, it's going to be difficult for any lawyer to link him up. That's the reality. It's painful. He says that sometimes this man has stolen, but you don't have
evidence.
That is the reality.
Concrete evidence.
It's painful, but until you can link both, you just be wasting your energy, wasting your resources. So as long as that is concerned, that may be a difficult task as of now. Because you see, the politicians who have Nigerians are very, very smart. Very, very smart. Patient, you can say you gave me 1 billion naira. Where's the evidence? Because they deal in cash, not in check. So even if you gave it to me and I got it, can you prove it? It's a word against my word.
Except if there's a video like the one that's been circulating.
Even that, you can still argue. So that's the trouble we have when it comes to coming to court. And that's why sometimes some of our security agents, like I couldn't just infer, they lock you up and begin to look for evidence. Because they can't prove it. And that's not holding brief for the
of course.
But
it is the reality.
The responsibility is on you to fish out evidence that you cannot controvert. That's the point.
All right, Chooks, quickly, beyond the lack of evidence and all that, can we talk about insinuations that this might be a little bit of witch hunting going on? Because we all know Fayose did not keep quiet, during his tenure as governor.
What has happened to us is that social media has become like the field where people decide what it should be or what it is. And I don't fall for that. We have 2 governors already sentenced. They were not sentenced for witch hunting the president or witch hunting the government. They were sentenced 14 years each. Former governor of Plateau State and the former governor of Taraba State. They are in jail as we're talking.
No, please. No, you should understand that this particular case, or those 2 cases,
I wanted to make it
over 10 years.
What I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is that when people say it's because it's no. That's the petition against him did not have anything to say, we are carrying you because we are attacking the government. It was nowhere there. There is a reason why he's arrested. He is not the first person to be arrested based on this Dasuki gate. A whole lot of people are on this Dasuki gate list. So I think he should just go there and say whatever he knows about it. If he's free, let them allow him to go. But let me point one thing. One day in this country, we will arrest Shekarau of Boko Haram. That's his name, Shakau. And then we will take him to some police or whatever DSS. Some people will come in solidarity for Shekarau in Nigeria.
Okay, let's have your reaction quickly.
Assumption is free. It costs nothing. But the facts are secret. And the fact is that he was invited basically to tell them what he knows about the Dasuki matter. Something that will take just about 2 hours on a normal day. They can go back home. Well, you know, there's what we call body language justice in Nigeria. Even in your own organization, there are things you say that some people will take as an order. And then go ahead to implement it. So sometimes it's not really fallacy when people say stuff like that. I'm sure they will try to embarrass him beyond the call of duty. I'm sure they're going to do certain things to let him know that we're now powerless and we're in power. But that does not take away the fact that he has a case to answer. But the fact that he has a case to answer is the job of a judge, not that of EFCC. All they can do is collect the evidence, charge him to court, and then let them go.
And then let the court decide. Okay, let's see how our viewers are deciding on this matter. Lekon from Agege says, patience, when they rate Nigeria as the most corrupt country, people still have guts and courage to come together to celebrate corrupt public office holders. A great shame on this country. All right, this one says, Fayose is a brave man. Buhari and the EFCC are failed Nigerians. If you are a corrupt APC person, then you are a saint. But as a PDP Fayose, then you are a criminal. This is not democracy, but autocracy. Adhering from Delta State sent that one in. This other one from Falade in Lagos says, Fayose is a noisemaker. He has no escape route. That's why he showed up at EFCC office. 100,000 of so-called Ozepome can never save him from going to prison. Okay. This other one says, let your guests stop celebrating Fayose. Fayose, as we know him, was trying to demonstrate public sympathy. He is noted for it. Let EFCC do their job, please. Nobody celebrated him here. Nobody. All right, Divine from Alagbado says, actually, she's asking, please, where is Kemi Adeosun? Has she run away?
It's in London.
Oh, okay, Akwagu said she's in London, so she has not run away. How does Kemi Adeosun come into this discussion anyway?
Just remember.
All right, Jumbo Okechukwu says, what happened to Fayemi's investigation? Shame on EFCC. This is not about corruption, but political vendetta. Okay, all right, we'll stop there so we can move on to our last topic for the day. Time is running, and we're discussing the rise in price of kerosene and gas. The National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, after collating in their monthly report and all of that, drawn people's attention to the fact that there is a hike in the price of kerosene and gas. And who better but me, a woman, you know.
And me, the man who has to pay.
Exactly, you know, to know that, of course, this hike has been on for a bit now. I wonder why it's now that it's coming out in the news. But then, Akwagu.
Well, the APC government has shot itself into a corner with this subsidy matter. And it is one of the funniest things I've read in my life. Because the subsidy is not subsidy. It's helping out. It's gauging. As of today, you and I know that landing cost is about 230 naira for PMS. And of course, they've deregulated kerosene for a long time. And so now they can't come back to us either to increase officially or tell us that they can no longer contain the level that they, because it was based on the $50 per barrel exigency. Now we are doing about $110, $89, and they have to pay the difference. So it goes to show that don't make promises you cannot keep. Especially when it's very near an election year. So I want to see how they are going to wriggle out of this.
Wow.
Because luckily our people are very docile. Because there was a time gas was I think 1.8 or 1.7 for that small one. This is now 2.3 now. And not only that,
1.5 kg.
I have a feeling that the quality has gone down or maybe they are mixing it with aviation fuel. Or something that will last.
No, the thing dries up fast now. And you wonder what's going on.
A1 fuel that used for aviation.
It dries up fast. They are selling with the aviation gas.
The other
this
day,
has the same purpose.
I went to buy a cooking gas, a 12.5 kg, which is sold for 4,000 now, as against was 35. Then at the point it came down to 34, 35, then back to. But the point is that in 2014, before we got into the election, I remember I had the opportunity of traveling with former head of state, Shoneko, to Bonny Island.
Okay.
And what was it there for? For NLNG to set up Train 7 to increase production of gas in Nigeria. I was there again second time with former President Yakubu Gowon, former head of state. It was the same thing, and they were pushing that government should approve Train 7 to increase the production of gas. I don't know much about kerosene now because I don't use kerosene, so I can talk about gas and I know the issues. What NLNG is saying is we can increase our production if we set up Train 7, and we are not asking government to give us money to do this. They already seeking for approval. And since then, till 2018, we are still talking about, I think they are about to start now. But this is a project approved and financed by a military head of state, Sani Abacha. He did NLNG and is it PT? But there's another one again. PTF. So what is it with democracy?
That we cannot.
They had train 6, just one train. To add one train became a big problem.
What is it with democratic leadership?
I don't
Not with democracy.
Maybe it works, but maybe for us, maybe this doesn't work for us.
It's an alarming situation. Sorry, I don't use kerosene too, but the other day I was shocked to find out that kerosene costs more than diesel.
That's what they said.
Now
it's crazy.
You see, let's be frank. Let's be as like Akobi mentioned. The issue in energy sector in Nigeria is the biggest fraud. Nigeria, that's why it's a child's play. If we are honest with ourselves, I'm being honest with you. Now, I think it was yesterday in the Senate, they were battling over $3.5 billion around energy issues. They haven't opened the full can. Because whether you like it or not, NNPC is now the chief supplier of fuel to Nigeria. If you guys inside the NNPC determine who they give the contract to, we don't know the margin. Now, the PMS volume allegedly consuming Nigeria has been bloated out of proportion. Funds are going down the line. Nobody's asking questions. Now, along the line, you see all these energy issues begin to crop up, be it kerosene, be it gas. And then Nigerian liquefied natural gas cannot supply locally because it's really tied to certain markets.
And that's what they were asking for.
Now,
to increase.
The players in the IOCs are not interested because the price they are expected to sell, there's regulation issues along that line. I can't get gas, let's say, I can't get gas for 3 naira. You ask me to sell at 2.5. It's the same thing that's happening with electricity. People get electricity at 80 something, say sell at 31. It doesn't work out. So if we are not, the trouble right now is that these issues are likely to remain with us until after election.
Yeah, I don't think
everybody along the line is scared because you know that if the truth is blown, there will be serious backlash.
Well, all right. Let's bring the reality to the viewers in case you're wondering. I'm not even sure how much kerosene per liter sells in Lagos. I think it's it's almost 300.
It differs from state to state.
But in Abuja, a liter of kerosene is 350 naira.
Yes. A liter.
A liter, yes. In Enugu is about 344. Yes, and well, in Kwara is about 235. No, there are some places it's higher than that. Like Ebonyi buys a liter of kerosene for 1,260. Ekiti buys it for 1,253, and in Bayelsa is 999. naira, and in Akwa Ibom is about 960 for 1 liter of kerosene. Now, if we're talking about the small cooking gas, in Lagos it's about 4,000 naira. In Benue is 4,800 and above. And you have places like Akwa Ibom where it's 5,000 naira. So, I mean,
the one of gas, I read where the CEO of NNNG was trying to explain. I read an interview where he was talking about the issues in the gas system. I think it has a lot to do. There's also the logistics issue. Because when they move, it's funny that you move the gas from Bonny to Lagos before, and then you haul it back to Port Harcourt.
I mean,
I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. You produce Bonny just behind Port Harcourt there, then you get it to Lagos, and then take it back. Oh shit! I don't know how we're going to deal with some of it, because once we do that, it increases the cost.
You see, what some of the biggest problem in Nigeria is we allow policy to overwhelm economic realities.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. That's Nigerian Labor, I would call it Port Authority. All the big guys.
I woke up this morning. Nothing wakes me up better than a cup of cowbell coffee. Delicious coffee aroma.
How can you forget your lines again?
I'm sorry, sir, just that it tastes really good.
Cowbell coffee! Enjoy the delicious creamy coffee taste of 3-in-1 cowbell coffee. Witty!
Now 30 naira only for the 20-gram sachet.
Is the gas carbon?
All right, we're back. Sorry for that break mid-sentence. All right, just quickly round off on your point so we can go. Our time is... It is an alarming situation, really. I mean, poor people are suffering. Charcoal is not even cheap. We haven't talked about charcoal and firewood. So if we cannot even afford to buy fuel to cook the food, then how do we eat? I think the federal government should do something fast. We cannot be buying a liter of kerosene for 350 and cooking gas at 4,000. That is too astronomical. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out on the program today. Feedback said people are still reacting to the EFCC and Fayose. I'm not going to read anymore. I know it's interesting, but no more. Thank you, Akogunga and Kayode Falogun, for coming.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Chuk Suwane, for coming. And thank you, Mr. Felix Obanya. And many thanks to you too for watching. Tomorrow at noon, we'll be back again. Hope you will be a part of the show. Meanwhile, have yourself a good day. Bye for now.